What if I told you that with just 3 simple texts, you could plant a thought in her mind that blooms all day, making her smile uncontrollably, wondering what you're up to, maybe even reaching for her phone just to see if you've messaged again. Imagine her friends catching her grinning at her screen, wondering what's gotten into her. Today I'm giving you the blueprint, the 3 texts that make her think about you all day long. Most guys think that to grab a girl's attention, you need to write a love poem, craft a deep confession, or be some kind of smooth operator. But here's the secret. Subtlety wins. The most memorable messages aren't novels. They're short, genuine, and spark emotion or curiosity. When you get those things right, your texts stop being just another notification and instead become something she looks forward to. The truth is, anyone who's ever fallen for someone knows that the smallest messages can be the most electrifying. Let's jump in. The first text is what I like to call the unexpected compliment. Flattery means nothing if it's generic. "You're beautiful" is sweet, but how many times has she heard that? It fades to the background with the crowd of everyday comments. But if your compliment zeroes in on something specific, unique to her, she'll be replaying it in her mind over and over. Maybe it's how animated she gets when she's passionate about something. Maybe it's the way she tells a story that makes even waiting in traffic sound exciting. You want her to suddenly become self-aware in the best way, wondering, is he noticing that about me right now? Instead of, "You're pretty," you say, "I can't stop thinking about that smile you have when you're talking about your favorite book." It's contagious, it's genuine. It lets her know you pay attention to details. That small, thoughtful sentence is enough to distract her from her emails or whatever task she's buried in. She'll start to wonder if you're noticing other details. She'll become more aware of your words. And before you know it, her mind drifts right back to you every time she catches herself smiling about that book, or the next time she's telling a story. You've just anchored yourself into her daily thoughts. Now, on to text number 2, the missed moments teaser. Here's the scenario. You went on a date, shared a fun conversation, or maybe you've only hung out once, but there was a moment that stood out. Bring it up, not as a major declaration, but as a playful reminder. The goal isn't nostalgia. It's reinvigorating a memory, so she relives it, but with you as the central character. For example, "I was just walking past that little bakery we went to, and I can't decide if it was the coffee or your laugh that made it so great." Or, random thought, "I still can't believe you beat me at trivia that night." Rematch soon? These kinds of texts do a few key things. Neuroscientists have actually found that when you recall a positive memory, the reward centers in your brain fire up, releasing dopamine, the same chemical that's activated when you eat your favorite food or fall in love. When she relives that fun you had through a simple text, she's associating those good feelings with you as the trigger. So the next time she passes by a similar place, hears that trivia question, or even sees someone laugh, she might think about you. You're not just a face in her contact list anymore. You're attached to laughter, to good times, and to warmth. Now, before I share the third text, let's be real for a moment. If texting feels complicated, it's because everyone tries to be what they think women want. But no one ever truly wants generic. Real trumps perfect every single time. Be that person, authentic, observant, and you'll stand out without even trying. No following it up with winky emojis or explanations. Or you write, "There's something about you I can't quite figure out, but it makes you impossible to forget." Or even, after a few fun messages, you say, "You'd laugh if you knew what just reminded me of you. You're everywhere lately." She reads those words, and her mind instantly races. What is he thinking about? Is it something he liked? Something fun? Something more? That open-endedness is what keeps a conversation alive in someone's head, even when they're not on their phone. It creates that delicious tension between wanting to know more and being delighted that you feel something about her that's not being spelled out just yet. It's the classic don't finish the story move, and it works because our brains are wired to crave closure. When you leave her wondering, she'll find herself making guesses, looking for hints, replaying your conversations, all roads that lead back to you. Also, if you're ready to fast-track your success, check out my new course in the description or comments for exclusive strategies. And you don't need to overdo it or be a riddle master. You can also push the playful button gently, using curiosity to your advantage. For instance, after sharing a memory, drop in. Ask me later what I noticed about you that night. Or after a compliment, sprinkle in a little mischief. You make it way too easy for me to have a crush on you, you know. The best part? She gets to enjoy the anticipation, and you get to set up a face-to-face conversation later, to finish that story, reveal that thought, or share that secret in person. Now some people worry, if I'm too mysterious, won't I come off as vague or uninterested? Not if you sandwich these texts between moments of honesty, warmth, and consistent attention. The combination is key: specific affection, shared memories, and then just enough intrigue. It's like a good movie trailer. It gives her a glimpse, makes her want to see more, but doesn't give it all away. And it keeps curiosity alive, even after you've said goodnight. That generates anticipation, which is a driving force in romance. And here's a bonus. That sense of mystery doesn't just work through texting. When you finally get together in person, you'll find her looking at you a little differently. Maybe there's a question lingering in her eyes, or she laughs and finally asks what you were thinking about in that text. The conversation and the connection goes from digital to real life, deepening every time you hint at what you haven't said yet. Now you might ask, but can you give me some real solid examples? Let's put these texts into action. Remember text 1, the unexpected compliment? Try this. I genuinely admire how passionate you get talking about your dreams. It's rare, and it's awesome. Or you could say, the way you light up when you laugh at your own jokes is honestly the highlight of my day. I walked by that food truck we tried and instantly craved those tacos. And your take on salsa music. Or, do you remember how competitive we got at mini golf? I think about that every time I pass by a course. Best loser buys ice cream next time, deal? As for the playful mystery drop, it can be short and sweet. There's something I really like about you, but I can't decide if it's your energy or how you see the world. Or just toss one out late at night. You're the last thing on my mind tonight. Care to guess why? The fun is in what you don't say outright. Here's something else to keep in mind. Timing. Don't flood her phone with these messages like you're emptying your draft house. Space them out. One on a Monday morning, another after a day or two, another late at night. Let her wonder. Let her come to you sometimes. When she replies with something cute or playful back, lean in and reciprocate. Don't force the vibe. If she's had a rough day, lead with empathy, not just your agenda for romance. You can send something like, thinking of you. Let me know if you want to vent or need a distraction. That level of care can mean more than any compliment or playful tease. Another thing, keep it positive. There's enough pressure and stress in the world already. When your texts bring comfort, lightness, joy, or excitement, your conversations become her escape and safe space. You want her to open your messages and instantly feel lighter, not puzzled or weighed down. Let's say you want to get even more creative. Maybe she's a word game enthusiast. Send her a message like, describe your perfect day in 3 emojis, go. Or you can kick off a photo challenge. Send me the best photo you snapped today, winner gets bragging rights. These are natural, fun ways to inject spontaneity and stay on her mind without feeling forced. A quick summary here, not as a checklist, but as advice from one friend to another. Be intentional. Be personal. Be a little mysterious. Let your words nudge her thoughts gently. And watch as, over time, she starts to associate you with excitement, warmth, and curiosity. You'll notice the difference not just by the way she texts back, but by the way she looks at you the next time you meet. And if you want to keep leveling up, don't recycle lines. Use your conversations, your genuine interest, and your mutual experiences to craft new personal messages each time. Remember, your goal isn't to be a copy-paste Prince Charming. It's to show her that, to you, she's worth the thought. A little effort on your end, a little observation, a touch of wit, a dash of intrigue, and you'll find yourself on her mind from sunrise to moonlight. So the next time you pick up your phone, instead of overanalyzing every word, just ask, "Does this sound like me?" Thanks for watching. If you want to get the results you wish for fast, then check my limited time offer on my new course, which will skyrocket your success in dating. Click the link right now down below in the description or in the comments and grab this opportunity. See you in there.